as I was preparing to finish up my closing notes for this, it was no surprise really. The timing was interesting that the members of the women's soccer team were bringing suit against the U.S. Soccer Association for making about 40% of what the men's team's members made for doing the same thing, and the women were killing it with winning World Cup championships and drawing huge crowds, and they were getting paid about 40% of what the men were getting paid. So, there's so many. We can say we've come a long way. We have Title IX, as President Reevely mentioned when he was talking about the Fed's help. We've come a long way in women's sports, but we're not there yet. You think maybe that you've arrived. You don't think about so much equal rights as we used to when we were kind of coming through the channels there, and there were people here in the room who were refused athletic training, sports medicine benefits, or didn't get scholarships, or didn't even have the opportunities. My mother was the athlete in the family, and she didn't get to play anything. There weren't any sports for her. So even though we've come this far, there are still things that need to be done. And I think that the suit is a great example of that. The fact that I pick up the paper in the morning and I see one or none pictures of female athletes to 20 of male athletes is indicative to me that as much as I know the value of sport for women, I'm not sure what the value of women are to sport. And unless we push that envelope and continue to knock on doors and break down barriers, we'll backslide. I just wanted to introduce you to a few people in the room that have actually been on that forefront, and we've mentioned Millie West's name a couple of times tonight. And Millie was the honoree of our very first celebration of women's athletics 8 years ago. She was the former athletics director for women here at William & Mary and was a coach, tennis, and I guess did a little bit of everything. So Millie, thank you. We stand on your shoulders. We also have some former award winners, Champion for Life award winners. We've got Jerry Daniels, who was here last year, track and field. We also have Camilla Buchanan. Where is she? Did she leave? Oh, there she is, Camilla Buchanan. And we also have Joe Osterhout up here in front. And we also have our speaker from last year, Kathy Besant, who I will remind you, there's Kathy back there. In Kathy's speech last year, she said something that we all suspect, but given two potential employees of similar background, who's she going to hire? And her response was that she would hire the athlete. And I think that, again, the value that sports brings to women particularly is well established. But we've got room to grow. We've got future opportunities. None of that is going to happen without philanthropic support. So I encourage both our alumni and our students after you graduate to reach back and help us continue this upward trajectory. Because if we stop intentionally paying attention and showing what this means to us, not with our time, with our treasure, with our talents, we'll slide backwards. So I really encourage you to make a difference, have an impact, do it the way you want to do it, but remember where you started. And I would also say one of my favorite sayings lately is you make money to earn a living, you give money to make a life. So with that, I close the 2016 CWA. Thank you, all of you, for being here.